thought I'd give you a little tour of my garden here in April. I'm in zone 9A, Oroville, California, which is the Central Valley. These are the onions I bought at the supermarket. I started them really young and now they've been really big and I just keep cutting them and they keep coming back. Forever onions. These are all my beautiful lettuces, which is my main crop here because I eat a lot of lettuce. I love salads, and there's even some spinach in there, and sometimes I let them bolt so I can get the seeds for the next project. There's a dianthus, kind of a sad looking tomato, but it overwintered, so I just couldn't kill it. I just harvested all my peas, so that's an empty bed. These are my Rudbeckias. They're gonna be blooming pretty soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna sell those or if I'm just gonna, oh, there's a little, I don't know if you saw the lizard. Anyway, here's my painted daisy. This one was in the ground over the winter, so it's blooming early. There's a bud on the Shasta daisy. There's a really big Rudbeckia that overwintered, and some more lettuce and some more spinach. These are celery that I actually cut off the bottoms of, and they're really coming up nice. Got them from the grocery store. My lavender, I finally figured out the secret to lavender. Don't water it. This little snapdragon came back from last year, and then these I grew from seed. They're gonna be yellow. These are Grand Rapids leaf lettuce. Here are all the cute little green beans that just came up from seed. They're so cute. Somebody likes to munch on them though. I'm not sure what. Because I've got, as you can see, I've got netting all over this thing to keep the deer out, and it's really working. Again, more lettuce. That's a nice raised bed that's really shallow, so it does well with lettuce. And then more green beans. I did kind of an experiment to see which ones would come up from these old seeds I had, and now I've replanted with the good seed. Here again, huge celery. Here's a baby. So whenever I buy celery from the store, I plant it. Here's my dianthus, which I love. This is a whole row of painted daisies. I may plant them, I may sell them. I haven't decided yet. And these are all my avocado trees that I started from pits. That's right, just from the store, Trader Joe's. And a bunch more that'll be coming up soon. So I'm gonna build this entire huge orchard. I really like this bed. Super green. It really likes those leaves. And here's my figs that I took cuttings from last fall, and now they're growing up. And some blackberries that are real small. The bigger ones all got planted already. But I don't give up on the little ones. I just have patience and let them grow. These are pole beans, ready to head up their poles. I make these teepees with 4 bamboo poles. There's a whole row of cucumbers there that are ready to grow up their fence. And another bunch of cucumbers. Market More, Straight 8, and Muncher, which I've never tried before. I just use wood that I found here on the farm when I purchased the property last August. So grateful I'm able to do my favorite hobby, which is gardening. These were in a pot, and I separated them out and put them on this fence, and they're really gonna fill out nice. There's some more cucumbers I had left over. I just put these strawberries in. They're little babies that I grew from bare root. These are a little earlier ones. Ozark Beauty, those started earlier. They're blooming now, and they're starting to send out little runners, which what I'll do is I'll cut those and start new plants. And a row of dianthus. You can tell I like dianthus. Over here, I got a bunch of snapdragons and dianthus and morning glories and calendula started for my gardens. Let's see, what have we got over here? This, I stayed in Morro Bay in my RV for 6 months, and I took cuttings of this beautiful plant. I don't know what it is, so if you know what it is, please put it in the comments. More dianthus and some jades that I cut from Morro Bay. And I took this cutting of this little light pink rose just from my travels. Here's a couple of Shasta daisies that are doing really well from seed from last year. Here's my Chrysler Imperial Rose. It's looking really healthy, but it has not sent up a single bud yet. And I put a bunch of banana peels down, and then I put bark over it. Oh, my hummingbird is here. He's so beautiful. Hot pink throat and a green body. He's just gorgeous. And we got a little morning glory. Oop! It already bloomed, but it's going up its little bamboo pole. And some marigolds to help keep some of the bugs away. This is cilantro. The first time I've ever had any luck growing it. I guess it likes cold weather. I thought it liked hot weather, so I was messed up. Here's basil blooming, because I've already grown so much basil last year that I have so much of it dried that this year I'm only growing a few plants for the seeds. So yeah, it's always a work in progress, isn't it? It's just so much fun though. So much fun. So next I'm going to be starting some fruit trees on my lot and more raspberry bushes. I'm going to quick run you back over here. Here's my garage. Lots of room in there to dry seeds. Oh, I repurposed just about everything. So I found this tire on the side of the road, filled it up with potting soil. This one too. I think I'm going to get 2 more and fill in all around it. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, there's cows next door. Hope they don't eat my blackberry bushes. But anyway, I just planted these and they're really taking off. Now these are from cuttings that I took last fall, just on the side of the road. So they're free. See, and they're blooming. They're so beautiful. I mean, I do everything on a budget. I'm super frugal. I make my own soil. I save my seeds. So there you go. There's 5 acres here, but oh my gosh, it's just me. So I'm not going to garden the whole thing. That's for sure. I don't even mow the whole thing. As you can see, it cuts off right about there. Oh, it took me a week of mornings to mow this place. But I'm going to take you over to the other side of the house now. I used to grow a lot more when I was selling on Facebook Marketplace, but now I'm so far out in the boonies on these gravel roads, I just don't think anybody's going to want to come this far. But these are all my little starts. All kinds of melons getting started there, cucumbers, hot weather stuff. There's my kitty. She loves it here. She's elderly, so she spends a lot of time sleeping. Hi, princess. Can you say hi? She says, Mom, you interrupted my nap. Okay, sorry. Hey, Kipsy, you gonna show us the garden? Come on, show me the garden. Where's the garden? He loves his farm. He gets to run free. I love it here too. Oh my gosh, it's so peaceful. So I made this garden. It's some dianthus and succulents that I took cuttings from in Morro Bay on my walks and started them in pots, and then when they got a little bigger I put them in here. And dianthus as usual. Look at that guy. He's so big. I know. And my Buddha. Hey Buddha baby, stay calm. So there's that. Got the sprinkler going over there where I moved my wood pile. Here's some kalanchoe. These cacti were already here, but I watered them because they were half dead, and now they're looking really perky and happy again. Just put some fresh rock down. I made another rock garden over here. Just makes it a little easier to mow around the trees and bushes. Nothing fantastic. Little bird bath I made from a bowl I got at Goodwill. They have a really good Goodwill here. There's the front of my house that nobody uses, that entrance. So here's something I'm trying new. It's called a Hugelkultur garden. It's from Germany. And I've just been piling compost on here. Grass clippings, leaves, and a whole bunch of bark underneath. That's the first one. It's matted down now because I've really let it get wet and everything. Oh, while I'm here. Look at that. So pretty. I am so partial to dianthus because they bloom all year long. They never stop. And then this I just did today. Look at how much taller this is. It's all sticks. See? But it gets matted down as I mow the lawn. I dump the bag over the top and then wet it down. Over there between those two stumps was a big pile of wood, and I picked out all the kindling that I want for winter. We only have a 3-month winter from December to February, so it's pretty easy to do the wood. Yeah, there's some stuff there that turned brown. I don't know what happened to it, but I'm gonna try to get it to green up again. So yeah, here's the homestead. Oh my gosh, there's more. I forgot to tell you. There's my little well house. One of my pieces fell down trying to cover up that rotten wood temporarily. I do everything myself, so I don't always have the skill set that I need for everything, but I hire out. I had the septic pumped recently. I bought a lawnmower. Been mowing, except for over here. Not mowing. Look at these flowers. They're growing right out of my driveway. I love it. There's a giant jackrabbit that keeps sleeping in the long grass, so I just leave it long. It was his home before it was mine, so let him play, let him rest. He's super cute. He's so big. He looks like a kangaroo. He's just gigantic. Okay, I'm walking to my front gate now. It's kind of a ways. Not complaining. I love the privacy, love the quiet. But look at how cute my little morning glories are. I started them early inside in a sunny window, and they're gonna grow up this very ugly fence. They're already blooming pink, white, and purple, but right now they're closed up because it's the heat of the day. But in the morning, they're called morning glories for a reason. There's another dianthus, the only red one. And then these are zinnias from seed. I think they're pink ones. And then, let's see. This is, I haven't even been here a year yet, but I'm getting started. I got here like August of last year and right away started making raised beds. This one is, let's see, Shasta daisies and red Beckias. They're wilting a little bit from the heat, but I'm gonna water them tomorrow morning. Oh. Here's my street. It's a gravel road. Keep putting rock down and it just keeps moving around. The potholes never stay covered for some reason. Don't know why. So that's pretty much it. Let's see. I trimmed a lot of trees when I got here. There was a lot of trash on the property. Took care of all that bit by bit, week by week. I still sometimes find stuff buried, but overall it's pretty cleaned up now. And I'm loving this. I am loving this. It's all blue oak trees, at least 200 of them. We have lots of flickers. We call them woodpeckers in Minnesota, but here they call them flickers. I'm not sure if those little yellow parakeet type birds are goldfinch or what, but boy, do they love the bird bath. They keep sipping away at it. So I'm just walking up and I'm out of breath because I've been working all day actually. And it's 80 degrees and sunny and gorgeous. Oh, here's another garden. Forgot about this one because it's really small. Hasn't done much yet, but it will. Again, succulents that I took cuttings of, planted them in pots, and then once they filled up the pot, put them in the garden and put some nice mulch around them. So yeah, that's it. That's the homestead. please feel free to ask any questions and I will get back to you. And thanks so much. Appreciate it.